In the next few videos, I'm going to be discussing factoring. And to factor something means that we express it as a product of a bunch of factors. And usually the process of factoring means we take a sum of a lot of terms and then we rewrite that sum as a product. In other words, we multiply certain factors. And the first situation is when the terms have a common factor. Here's an example. 6x squared plus 3x. These terms, 6x squared and 3x, they both have a lot of factors, and it might be a good idea to list them. These are all the factors for 6x squared, 1, 2, 3, 6, and then all the combinations of those constants and the variables. So we have x, 2x, 3x, 6x, and x squared, 2x squared, 3x squared, and 6x squared. And 3x, we just have 1, 3, x, or 1x, and 3x. And it's easy to see that the greatest common factor is 3x. So how do we solve this? Well, we divide both of the terms by the greatest common factor, and then we multiply that sum of those terms after they've been divided by the common factor. In other words, in this case, we have 3x, our greatest common factor, times 6x squared divided by 3x, which is 2x, and 3x divided by 3x, which is 1. In other words, this is what we did. The first thing we found the greatest common factor, and the second thing is that we divided the terms by that greatest common factor, and after we divided it, in order to make it equal to what it was before, we multiplied the sum of those terms by that factor. In other words, we factored out the greatest common factor. This is basically due to the distributive property. This is the distributive property in the reverse way that it's often defined. So find the greatest common factor, divide both terms by it, and then multiply that sum by it. You'll get a result that's the same, but written as a product instead of a sum.